Hi, this is Janelle Posey Green, and you're listening to Bohemian Black Girl Podcast on Green Ink Radio.
Hi, Janelle. How are you? I'm doing great. How are you?
We're going to have fun today because I know that you are the woman for all things crystals. So just relax, have fun. I hope my listeners enjoy this as much as I enjoy talking about this with one of my dear friends. So Janea, maybe talk about a little bit about how you became interested in all things crystals.
Yeah. Yes. Well, not a problem. My name is Janea Algarin. I hail from Brooklyn, New York. And I grew up in a big city where crystals were not very popular, but I feel like as I've gotten older, I've been able to expose myself a little bit more to all things crystals. So I would say maybe in the past 5 years, I've been studying minerals and gemstones more so, and maybe the past 3 years, I've gotten pretty heavy into the study of them, the workings of them, the meditative capabilities of crystals, and it's just kind of, expanded and grown from there. So I really got into the study of crystals and minerals heavily around 2017. The bigger impact for me where I began to study them more so was through meditation.
Nice.
I mean, that was the opening door more so.
That was the gateway.
Definitely the use of them through meditation and during meditation. And once you have that overall connection with a crystal during meditation or multiple crystals during meditation, you kind of latch on from there, and you want to expand and you want to grow spiritually, and you want to seek that balance, and crystals can help with that. So the doors really opened for me in 2017 through meditation.
Very nice. Yeah, meditation is a really important skill set. The reason why I say skill set is because it's very common that people think, I'm just going to sit and meditate and it'll be easy. I'm just sitting down and closing my eyes. And you're only trying to tune out everything internally and externally, right? It's super hard.
Right.
So that's amazing that was your introduction to crystals. I feel like I've always loved crystals. I had to think about it. I was like, I've always been drawn to amethyst. Of course, my favorite color is purple. But,
absolutely.
When I was younger,
that color purple, yeah.
Yeah, I love purple a lot. I know you know this, and probably everybody who knows me knows this. But when I was younger, I used to have an amethyst keychain, and I remember being so upset when I lost it. I don't even know how I lost it, but I did. I'm sure anybody who knows loves crystals says when you lose it, I mean, it's done, it's stopped. But no, I was just probably being irresponsible because I was like 12. But I've always loved crystals. I've always loved things that, like, for instance, going to the beach, looking at rocks, picking up and collecting shells and stones.
Oh, wow.
I just wanted to kind of put out there that I feel like most of us think, because now it's like a big thing, everybody in the world seems to really be kind of focusing in on crystals. We've always used crystals. And Janea and I just actually did a group together for my women's group through Magnolia Wellness. And you touched on it a little bit. And I kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit more in depth, things that we normally don't affiliate with crystal use, but we've been using crystals almost our whole lives for many different reasons.
Well, the fact that we're using crystals and we're using them heavily within our daily functions, we actually would not be able to function properly the way that we're all used to in 2020 without crystals.
Absolutely.
It's a major, major staple in the function of our society, how our economy grows and how our technologies function. Because where would we be without our phones? You know, where would we be without our laptops? Where would we be without our desktops? They'd have no Celeron processing if it wasn't for crystal quartz. Just as minor as our watch. Our watches wouldn't be without the crystal quartz.
Absolutely. I mean, anything from the ruby laser, which was invented in 1960, CD players, which I know we don't use them as much, but, you know, it also helps with long distance phone calls and distant phones, microsurgery, just to kind of name a few things, watches that we have. I mean, you name it, we pretty much have a crystal use, or the originator of the technology behind it was incorporated with crystal use. One other fun fact that I've kind of learned just recently when I was at the gym, I was watching this show called it's by Angie, what's her last name? Curry, I think. But she has a show where she shows all like little baby animals and their parents. I know, I'm a weirdo. But anyways, the peacock. The peacock gets its iridescent color because of crystals. And again, any close friends of mine know I am all things peacock. It's definitely cultural. In my culture, it means, you know, good luck. But to know and understand that the coloring, it's not just pigmentation, the crystallized structure of the way that the feathers produce their crystals and how they're angled kind of give that nice, beautiful, iridescent coloring. So crystals are everywhere. They're called photonic crystals.
Wow. Amazing.
Photonic crystals. So we would not be where we are as a society today without crystals.
Without them.
So the next subject that I kind of wanted to kind of move toward was using crystals on the color spectrum. You want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. Using crystals on the color spectrum is of the utmost importance. And even without us focusing specifically on crystals and colors and what they do and how they work, just being a regular Joe Schmo walking into maybe like, I don't know, let's just say maybe just like a jewelry store. You walk in, you're going to buy a piece of jewelry. What catches you when you walk into the jewelry store? Your eyes are going to be drawn to certain colors. Your eyes are going to be drawn to the way that the light, that a certain gemstone is captured by the light. You're going to be drawn specifically to these things because of how your brain is reacting to them. So the color spectrum specifically is so powerful when it comes to the activity within our brain. And when we lay our eyes on something, as they say, when we lay our eyes on a color, our brain triggers a reaction. Yes, our brain triggers that reaction, and it's an awesome, awesome thing. And we don't realize it because it's a subconscious reaction. Subconscious meaning it's happening without us even realizing or being conscious of it happening, which again is one of those, you know, conscious, unconscious things within crystals that are happening, and it goes right over our head, as they say. So when you're matching a crystal based on the color that it has, I mean, that's just going to open the door for you to have a much easier transition with crystal healing, because you're allowing yourself to be more open based on the color that's in front of you or that's in your hand. You know, a lot of us are drawn to purples, for instance. Some of us are drawn, to reds. Reds speak really powerfully to brain activity. So it really just matters what you're responding to. But there is some power in the color, honey. There is power in the color.
Yes, and all the different colors mean different things. So we're gonna go over a few of the crystals and their meanings, and just kind of talk a little bit about, not all of them, obviously, because we'd be here all day, but just a few. So the first one up is amethyst. So those of you who do not know what amethyst is, it's typically known for its purple color. However, amethyst does come in other colors. So just kind of want to put that out there. But go ahead.
Yes.
What do you add about the amethyst?
Just to touch on where you had left off with the crystal, amethyst is not just purple. It does veer into a clear, a crystal quartz almost look to the amethyst.
Yeah, it does.
It's beautiful, and that's one of the reasons why amethyst, is just so popular, is because of its radiant color, and it's because of that eye-catching, purple that draws you in. Purple specifically, has that presence of authority. We all know it means royalty, but it also has that essence. Oh yeah, if it's royal, honey, it is royal.
If it's royal, it's for me.
And it also has that essence of mystery and creativity. So when you're looking
beautiful.
And when you're looking for some sort of, inspiration towards being creative, or you want to remind yourself of a certain authoritative position you need to be mindful of, maybe holding an amethyst crystal with you for the day would be a good drive towards resolving some of those issues, or addressing some of those concerns, or, just focusing on the color itself is going to draw that out of you, surprisingly enough, because subconsciously your body is responding to it. Again,
if you do like purple, I've met people who don't.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're out there.
There are definitely people that don't like purple.
Yes, yeah. And then in that case, there may be another color that speaks more to their aura, or that speaks more to the aura of a person that is just turned off by a certain color, because it's a vibe. Colors do give off vibrations. And when we're laying our eyes on a certain color, and when we're laying our eyes on a certain color, we might not get the right vibe from that. And that's okay. That means we need to move down the color spectrum and find something that can give us more healing, or a color that we respond to more on a positive scale versus a negative one.
Absolutely. And amethyst is said to be a natural tranquilizer. It's to relieve stress and strain, soothe irritability, and help with mood swings. It's also supposed to help kind of reduce anger and rage, fear, anxiety. It's almost like a all-encompassing, like it says, tranquilizer. So I just want to pay attention.
We all need that.
Everyone has different experiences with these crystals, but that's just one of the benefits that are supposed to come, one of the metaphysical benefits that are supposed to come with the amethyst. So we're going to move on. Yes. So we're going to move along to clear quartz. And clear quartz is absolutely gorgeous. Actually, I just recently picked up a really pretty large piece of clear quartz the other day. I just love the way it looks, that like iridescent clear. It's just so pretty.
Oh yeah. So it's what they call the master crystal, or the master.
Oh yeah, I never heard of it being called that. That's cool to know.
Yeah, the crystal quartz, or the clear crystal quartz, being called the master healer, is nothing short of what it really is, because it's a crystal that can take on some of the attributes of other crystals, as long as placing that. As long as you're placing that intention within that crystal, the clear crystal quartz can pick up on those intentions. And that's why it's called the master healer, the master crystal, because it can take on the actions of any other mineral crystal that is out there. There's no other crystal that takes those types of actions with other crystals. There are crystals that can cleanse other crystals, and certain minerals that can cleanse other minerals, like selenite.
I like to cleanse mine with sound, but by the way.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I like to cleanse with sound as well as smokes. So I like to cleanse crystals with Palo Santo or incense smokes. So the smoke cleansing is always an option. Sound cleansing, absolutely. It's the vibrational cleansing around the crystal's aura that's going to allow it to be reset, as they say.
I also cleanse mine with Florida water.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You can cleanse it in ocean water. And as we all know, beach essence, beach essence is absolutely cleansing to the human spirit, along with, along within the mineral domain, like crystals, cleansing to crystals, ocean water, absolutely. And moon water, so it could be in the day or the night that you're cleaning your crystals in the ocean water. But it definitely has a major impact on that.
Oh, yeah. It has a major impact on me. So the ocean. Oh, yeah. So I definitely would understand that it would do that for other things as well. So is there anything else about the clear quartz that you wanted to let us know about before we move on to our next one?
Sure. In closing about the crystal quartz, I would always want to recommend the usage of a crystal quartz for cleansing in specifics. So if you are, let's say you're stressed out at work, you're dealing with a lot of mental stress or mental wear and tear, if you just feel like I need some time to cleanse my mind and cleanse my thoughts, definitely use clear crystal quartz within your meditations, because that's just going to help to get you a fresh start and a fresh base, for moving on past any troubling situations. So clear crystal quartz.
Yeah, I actually use it in my practice of energy healing. So I help my clients by letting them hold the crystals while they're doing mindfulness meditation. I'll use my sound healing bowls, and then I also have a few different types of incense that I have in the room. And by the end of that session, the clear quartz specifically is so burning hot. It's interesting. And they always say like they can almost like a siphon. They can like almost feel as if that hurt, their pain, their stress for the moment is just siphoning into the crystal. It's really cool.
It is. It is. That's amazing.
So the next crystal that we're going to touch upon is blue calcite.
Yes, the blue calcite. Now, blue calcite is not a very popular crystal, but I will say it is a visually appealing one because that color blue on the color spectrum is going to speak to peace within us. It's a very peaceful color. It's a calming color. And it's also a it's a tranquil color. It's a trusting color. If you notice, a lot of financial entities will utilize their colors in either green or blue. If you think about it, like PayPal, they're blue. Squarespace, they're blue. These are trusting colors, and we're placing our finances in the hands of these images. And when we see that color blue, we feel a little bit more trusting when we see their logo paired with this calming, relaxing color. So a lot of entities, companies, conglomerates, they understand how the color spectrum works in conjunction with the human mind and how we respond to them. So colors are extremely important and how we use them in our everyday life. So when you have...
It's so funny that you mentioned that because my logo for Magnolia Wellness, our logo is blue with the cream. And then we redid our rooms this past summer, and it's Caribbean sea blue. So yeah, I think that there's definitely something about that blue.
There absolutely is, because you're speaking to a calming peace within the mind, within the spirit, and when eyes are laid on that color within the Magnolia Wellness logo, the mind responds to that. People's minds will respond to the logo, the imagery, and the color, because our subconscious mind doesn't actually see sounds. It doesn't even know language. Our subconscious mind knows colors and symbols. And that's why it's so important for us to have the right colors in front of us. So that blue calcite, if you ever have a chance to just, do a nice little Google search on a blue calcite, that calming color, as soon as it hits the screen, it's going to speak to you. You're going to go, ooh, nice. You're going to speak to the color.
It's gorgeous.
Yes, it responds so quickly. And one of the major attributes about the blue calcite, the fact that it's so calming, is that when it's used and when it's used with an open mind and a perceptive mind, it can really give the holder a sense of healing when it comes to nervousness and anxiety, which is something I personally struggle with. So having it around and focusing on its calming capabilities is so nourishing to the soul and to the mind. So it's something that's definitely a good tool to use when you're dealing with an unsettled mindset or nervousness. It's definitely a key to relaxation.
Yeah, blue will definitely do that to you. Yeah, if you look at the blue calcite, it's absolutely pretty. It's so,
yeah.
I feel like it's the closest shade is like baby blue. It's like a baby blue color.
Yeah.
It's very pretty. Yeah.
Very soft color. Mm-hmm. It's easy on the eyes.
So our next blue is blue aura quartz. I just learned about this one through a dream.
Yes.
I love this. Now that I've actually had time to process the dream, I love the symbology within the dream, because typically you can find like gold in water, like you mine it, like you sift through it, and it's actually called aqua blue aura quartz. So the way that it's made, because it is made, it's two different already naturally occurring crystals or minerals, and they're combined with heat. So it's gold and clear aura quartz had a baby. Quartz.
Yes. And you know, just to touch on that, a lot of the time people will hear that a crystal is made, or a crystal is, comprised of two minerals together to make this whole crystal. I promise you that doesn't make it any less impactful, because it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mineral. Absolutely.
It's known for its tranquility as well, because it is so closely mirrors like the water color. It's just so gorgeous, and it's a very powerful stress reliever. So I'm very grateful that I've learned about this particular stone and crystal. It's just so pretty. Take a look at it if you guys ever get a chance, and let me know what your thoughts are. So we're going to move on to the next one, which is jade. I love jade. Jade is so pretty. I also just learned there's African jade, which, I mean, I probably shouldn't be surprised, but there is. When I was at one of the crystal shops recently, I had seen it. It's mixed with like a black. It's more of like a stone, and it's mixed with like black. It's nice. It's very. I could see some nice jewelry pieces that I plan on making in the future with that. Have you ever seen African jade?
I have seen African jade. I actually was able to look further into it after I saw your African jade, because I feel like that kind of just left my mind, or your jade, because I feel like it just kind of left my mind for a while. I haven't seen jades. They're not so popular. And
I love
seeing yours just made me look into it, because it's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, it's one of my favorite pieces. But yeah, the African jade is like more of a darker toned stone. It's supposed to be loving and soothing, caring and uplifting. It's more of a subtle color compared to its cousin, the jade that is most known
the most popular jade. It's gonna be that jade.
Yeah, that one is more known for good luck and friendships, but it sounds like the African jade is more for promoting family relationships. So I love it. I think they're both very gorgeous choices. I'm very into jewelry, especially earrings. I've always been. I call it a jewelry graveyard, where I'll lose one earring, so I'll take the other earring that I have left and try to purpose it as something else. So I take different stones and add them in and make two new earrings. So I definitely will be doing that in the near future. So, what else just kind of moving forward about jade, have you ever, thought about, or what do you like about jade, or?
Oh my gosh, jade. Yes, jades are beautiful. No, I mean, most popularly, jades are familiar, or, most people are familiar with jades as being given amongst family heavily within the Asian culture. And it's because it has, it's because within lineage, it represents prosperity and well-being. It also supports abundance and vitality. And they also correlate jade, of course, with being that lucky stone. But then they also put it into, they put it into the same spectrum of overall body wellness. So you can actually wear a jade with the emphasis on being absolutely for just more than just one thing, like or luck or prosperity. You can actually wear this for overall wellness and mental well-being as well. So it's a crystal that has many attributes.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, it's been a lot of fun doing this with you and having this chat. What else are you doing these days? Where can people find you, and what can listeners expect from you in the near future?
Well, my crystal background and all things crystal that I am involved in can be found on my Instagram. So on IG, I am gemstone_empress on IG. And so my spirituality, or the spiritual portion of what it is that I do, is under the umbrella of Gemstone Empress. And you can also find me on IG. My professional hat is a little bit different. I am a freelance writer. I create eye-catching resumes for applicants, and I also teach applicants how to do the same. My professional outlook can be found on IG as well as Facebook, with a blog coming in the upcoming weeks, and that's under the Humble Hand Writing at IG as well as Facebook. So Gemstone_Empress for all things crystal that Janea is involved in. And for my professional settings as a freelance writer, I can be found at Humble Hand Writing on Instagram.
Well, thank you, and look out for her, guys, because I'm telling you, if you have any questions, or you want to go and see some of these crystals that we just spoke about, the chances are, if you follow her on Instagram, you're going to find up seeing them, because she is, like she said, and I said, all things crystal. Right.
Thank you so much for having me, Janelle.
Absolutely. And I look forward to maybe doing like a part 2 with you later on in the future.
I would be happy to. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.